Welcome back to Seer Cup and the second winner bracket semi-final. This is a match between Sini and XiaoKK, both from China. And as you saw before in the player stats, Sini has an 80% win rate against XiaoKK, and Sini is the one practicing a lot with Foggy in this matchup, as he can play Night Elf and Orc both. So he knows what to do, and he is quite aggressive, just as Foggy, two of the very few players in the world who play it that aggressive. Like, it's basically they're rabid about this. And attack and harass and try to knock down buildings. Early game went quite good for Sini, I guess. Got level 2, got a claws. On the other hand, Blade Master not level 2 yet. Got a circlet and a gloves of haste. This is okay, I think. And so far this harass didn't work that well. He didn't accomplish anything in the base. He didn't staff on anything. He didn't break this base. Because there was a grunt blocking here. This Orc Burrow will be in danger later on. Same as the Voodoo Lounge. If Sini approaches from here. Demon Hunter, is that, wow, boots and staff, so much mobility on the Night Elf. And yeah, as we said, basically just like Foggy plays this, we'll play next week in this cup, in his first round match against Hawk. And now the Blade Master is kind of returning the favor, but there's no way of breaking this base. The buildings are already up, the shop is already up, very early as well. And the War Chief Ridge creep route, basically going for the Forest Trolls here, getting closer to level 3, also the Cloak of Shadows that can help him, of course only Night Elf females can hide in the shadows after, when it's night, so this mantle, or this cloak helps him a bit. Level 2 on the Blade Master, stealing a little experience from Sini's side of the base, and this is way more passive than I expected it to be. Oh, he sells this one. Going for a Step of Preservation. Then going for the Beastmaster, he has Archers ready and the Engine of War ready. But that Engine of War will not be put to good use as he stole the entire camp, as well as the item Replenishment Potion here. Level 2.5 for the Blade Master. And now it's go time. XiaoKK is scouting this. He knows what's coming with the Beastmaster aggression. There's nothing to staff on though. Is scouting for Wisps, but can't see anything. Now the Quill Beast is coming in. Getting blocked by a frog. Alright, doesn't look too good for Sini at this point. Little tier 3 on the way first. Engine of Wind as well. And there we go. Staffing onto the Quill Beast now. This is definitely gonna be the Lodge. No way to repair it. Right clicks are strong. 2 summons available as well. And yeah, the Lodge is gone. Demon Hunter staffed out so he doesn't use a lot of Moon Juice after this. And almost no, didn't he? Yeah, he did cancel it, but almost no lumber on XiaoKK's side. TC is coming out as well, but he needs time to get online. While the Blade Master is defending this basically solo. Doesn't send in the Quill Beast to the Spirit Lodge, which is interesting. He could get some mercenaries with this, but needs a second unit. Maybe just hiding it for scouting purposes. And yeah, apart from that little skirmishes, I like what Sini is doing here, keeping tabs on the Torrent with the Quill Beast, and now the Demon Hunter is there to harass. Of course, Mana Burn doesn't really do anything as it is Aura first, but the first Raiders are coming. The Walkers are late though. No magic damage, no Spirit Link! Gets the 4 units around here. Can the Beastmaster help him at the Quill Beast? Yes, so far he can, but he's still surrounded there. Critical strike for 78, Staff of Preservation, and so again, the aggression is cooling down. He gets the grunt though. That was a little mistake, but 2 Quill Beasts are quite strong. Couldn't heal him in time. While again the frog, he wants to cuddle a little bit with the Beastmaster, as it seems.
A town is under siege.
But yeah, things are slowing down until the Night Elf reaches tier 3. Usually this would be the point for the Orc to be aggressive, but it's the Night Elf. A little too late for the Lodge. Oh well, actually quite a bit late. And now he's stuck in that base. The staff is on cooldown. The Beastmaster is super far away for the Step of Preservation, which is not on cooldown. But the damage looks quite good for this burrow. Forces repair. And again, more resources out of XiaoKK, who doesn't have a depth upgrade for the Walkers yet. And that costs a lot of lumber, so in the end, it is a good go by Sini. With no end snare ready, he can do whatever he wants. TC
A town is
not
under
creeping.
siege.
Oh, nice druid of the Talon. Crow form dodge, but the end snare is there finally. So yeah, Sini is now a lot more restricted in what he
Player's
can do.
forces are under attack.
Because staffing action or staff out doesn't work that much anymore, but he's already on the way to the big tier 3 upgrade. Does have the Orb of Venom, plus 11 damage. And yeah, then it's Cyclone time. Moving out his talents quite early. He's not in danger of being creepjacked or anything, or not too much. Gets the Sasquatch before the Orc arrives with a Wand of Illusion, which can be great. TC is still level 1. This is looking so good for Sini. XiaoKK has no reaction at all for all these harasses. Almost getting a peon there.
A player's force.
No, I'm not casting in German, guys. These times are over. And I wonder, like, why XiaoKK is not going for these renegades earlier. Boots of Katalasa, fucking amazing though. I mean, he was under pressure, but especially the TC with the grunts. I think he can defend this with the Blade Master alone if he does it well. Uh-oh, this is gonna be bad. If he catches him here... Ah, he's not revealed. Alright, otherwise the Blade Master would be dead. Can he reach for another Cyclone? No, uses the Speed Scroll to save this Raider. Now he uses Mana Burn as he sees that level 2. Oh, he doesn't see it, but he knows it. That level 2 is right around the corner. Tinker Push! With... how much supply is there? 46 versus 43. This is disastrous for XiaoKK. Usually it's gonna be 40 versus 50 now, in favor of the Orc. But no, he's just chasing him around the corner, around like everything. Gets the talent for free, which is nice. But the Cyclones are working hard. Level 2 on the TC. Here's the Shockwave, hitting quite nice. At least everything that he can hit, but he's losing a Walker over it. Not supposed to happen that way, so he's dwindling in supply.
A town is under siege.
XiaoKK seems a little wobbly here. The early game was not even remotely close as we expected him to play. Usually he's the aggressor. And the shop is almost gone. This is exactly what I predicted after the first 2 minutes of the game. And now, where's the Pocket Factory? We haven't seen a single one yet. He wants the best fighting position possible with a 50-50 fight. There we go. In the back, not for blocking, but for the Clockwork Goblins. Here comes the focus on the Beastmaster. Wants to force a Town Portal, but there is none. Also no staff. Oh my god, what a mistake to have the Town Portal on the Demon Hunter. But maybe we'll just get him back from the Tavern. TC is in trouble again, completely out of mana. The Raiders, yeah, they attack the Talons quite a bit, but the Pocket Factory is still up. Look at the Clockwork Goblins doing so much damage. And in the front row, there's the Demon Hunter tanking, hacking, and slaying. Gets another Raider for this. If you lose Talons, it's not a big deal. You can replace them easy. It's only 2 supply. But if you lose Raiders and Walkers, that hurts. And again, a massive advantage for the Night Elf. Slowing down the chase a little with Ensnare.
A town is under siege.
Yacha finally wants this kill. A lot of work went into this peon, and there we go. No micro at all. So Cyclone on a Walker again, gets 3 supply for free again. Beastmaster is back, only level 1. Very low hero levels in general, except from the Demon Hunter and the Blade Master. But TC does not reach his level 3. He doesn't have any healing selves to work with at the moment. Ah, 1. Okay, well that's not enough. As Sini is coming back with 47. XiaoKK needs to buy time. Maybe abuse speed scrolls a little. Mana burn the TC again, so no Shockwave will help him. The Pocket Factory again positioned in the back for the Clockwork Goblins, which of course have to be microed, but once they're in the fight, there's guaranteed damage. Beast mode enabled on the Blade Master. Can he get 2 critical strikes out to kill the Beast Master again? He does! 150! And no Quill Beast until the rest of this fight. Also, not too much to tank in the front, except the Tinker and the Demon Hunter. But the TC is suffering. The shop is gone for the 2nd time here. And this is just a matter of time. If he is not able to kill this, or force the Town Portal on the Demon Hunter, which he's not, as there's constant Cyclone, gets 1 Raider, uses the heal scroll, but I think the 2nd Raider is about to fall as well. Yeah, there we go. And the TC is dead. 1-0 for Sini in a dominating fashion here. Whoa. This underlines the 80% win rate that he had before. And in this matchup, or in these matchups of Sini versus Orc and Night Elf, he's just that strong. So they started the game again. I'm not invited, unfortunately. But alright. This could be a very easy 2-0 again. We saw a 30-minute 2-0 by Focus over Chemical. And then would be another Night Elf versus Orc. This time with a different tier of Orc players then. So chat is quite active. I can't really catch up. But of course, throughout the game, I have to focus on that game. Oh, the happy discussion again. Okay, so we went through the balanced discussion and through the happy discussion. Maybe you find some new topics for 2018? That would be nice. Okay, game is still shielded. First happy discussion of 2018. Yeah. We'll see if he continues to be like this in 2018. Hey, Luke the Duke! Happy New Year! I don't want to jinx it, but this connection really seems to be stable. We dropped a few frames in the beginning, but apart from that, it's like 1080p stream, which is the best we've had in all year. Haha. Remo would insult me with like dad jokes again. But yeah, the last 3 weeks of 2017 were really rough. It was so frustrating to see that the stream is bad, and now makes me real happy to see it. And the way we reached 5,900 subscribers on reddit.com/r/WC3, the easier URL would be reddit.backtowarcraft.com. So that's the biggest community in the Western world. If you want to take part in that, feel free to subscribe there as well. Sini is the next big thing in Warcraft 3. Oh. Bold statement. I don't know. If he's really that dedicated, then yeah, maybe. Don't anger the Vodafone god. No. I'm quite happy with them today, with that performance. I think Soin is the next big thing, actually. If he keeps on playing like that. So, game 2 or what? Sini in green, having the 1-0 lead and match points now. If he wins the next map, then he will be in the winner bracket final against Focus. Are there any decent German players like yours or Hasuops? The best player at the moment is Ido. We have a weekly cup, basically like XiaoKK Cup. I think you remember it from back then, with a lot of Korean, Russian, and Central European players. And Ido makes it quite frequently to the quarter or semifinals. So I'm having, like, of course with Germans it's always the question how much time they can invest and how much they have to work. But yeah, I think Ido is the most promising German player. There's Jokern as well, who played a few Holes Cups now, which is a Korean weekly cup. So maybe he's dedicated to this as well, or more dedicated this year. Yeah, but I think Jokern and Ido... Hail of Anger is playing from time to time. But of course, he has to work a lot and has a child and a wife, so too invested into this. So, Demon Hunter Blade Master, again, this won't change pretty much never, ever. And this is again Sini being aggressive. There's no grunt to block this, so he can easily walk in. Oh, what a mistake by XiaoKK. Goes for the one burrow tech, and the Demon Hunter is in. There's no staff on him because it's so far away here on Echo Owls, but this burrow is going to be cancelled for sure. And the archer is in as well. Wow. He's blocked now, so it's either a dead Demon Hunter, which you don't want to feed your opponent's Blade Master that much. Actually saves the archer. Well done, Sini. Well done. He's blocking off his own base, getting a shop up, and yeah, well invested, I think, this town portal. On paper, it's 350 gold versus 160, but the time that he got here, it's like 50% to tier 2, and the second burrow is still not up. He can't get more grunts with that. So he has nothing to creep with, except the Blade Master. This trick is quite well known, I guess. The warriors can't really attack. The trappers are blocked in the entrance, so he can get the Ogre Magi. But this is not level 2 for him. But the Invo Potion is really nice. Again, staff and boots, mass mobility on Sini. Who has a ton of agility here, creeping at the same time with an archer, not denying the experience. This is gonna be a fast level 3 Demon Hunter. Quite good performance by Sini so far. And the second clause of attack. The first observers are leaving the game already, seeing, okay, this is so one-sided, I'm gonna prepare for the next one. He sees, okay, no boots, no staff, I have to be aware that something could be coming. But again, different from what Foggy plays, there's no wisp near the main
forces are under attack.
of XiaoKK. So you can't staff into that one. And since Sini stole the biggest strength of XiaoKK, this early game was so bad for him. If he doesn't have grunts, what can he really do? He has to defend. Beastmaster now with the staff. And here we go. Round number 2 with 2 claws of attack. Are the bounces in place? Yes, they are. But the Quill Beast, of course, can walk through and staff on with the beast, with the Demon Hunter. And again, he's going for the Lodge. This time he cancels it super early, but this means he has more time for the burrow. He almost gets the grunt here as well. Of course, this Demon Hunter will be staffed out. He saves this grunt in the upper left. That's nice. He needs the damage and gets both. It's like a 4-10 split or what is, or 7-10 split in bowling. What is it? 4-10 or 7-10? Like getting both if you're not supposed to get both. He was quite lucky to get the TC out. Otherwise he would be tremendously fucked. But again the Lodge is late, again the Walkers are late, again the Spirit Link is late with this. And he can't produce Raiders. And this grunt is hurt. So this is an absolute disaster for XiaoKK.
Town is under siege.
Here we go again. Knocking down the burrow again. Denying the tier 2 buildings again. And that was Sini steamrolling over XiaoKK. I expected much more from the young Chinese orc talent, but no way in hell, man. Sini just another level. And now I'm really curious how Sini can play this against Focus. This is gonna be an entire different level of play. It's gonna be Orc versus Night Elf again in the final match of today. We're only online for 1 hour, so 2 dominant 30-minute matches. Best of 3s. And now they clash. Gonna be nice. Gonna be real nice. So, I will send you again into a small commercial break, 5 minutes, then we'll be back with Seer Cup, winner bracket final, Sini versus Focus.